Hello and welcome to this video. Today I will be ranking all 11 of the DCEU films. This includes James Gunn's new The Suicide Squad, so that will be in this ranking. But remember, this is my personal list. Your list is going to be completely different. But let me know in the comments below your list. I want to know what you all think of these movies. Where do you rank them? Let's get a discussion going. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and without further ado, let's jump into this ranking video of all the DCEU films. Justice League 2017 comes in at number 11. Oh, where do I even begin with this debacle of a terrible film? I just despise this film so much. It is absolutely god-awful. Look, it's from the dialogue and the shitty jokes that just are placed in such weird spots and not executed well at all, and they're just so dumb. They make no sense whatsoever. I'm just sitting there, I'm like, was that supposed to be funny? You are missing core elements of characters in this film as well. For instance, Cyborg and Flash, there is no character to them. We're just expected to know their backstory and know who they are. There's nothing there that attaches me to those characters. And without a solo film for them, we don't give a shit about them. And that hurts the film so much. Then you go into the absolutely god-awful Steppenwolf character. Absolutely garbage. He looks... I mean, if I saw him, he wouldn't be scary. I'd laugh at him. Because he just looks like a little punk-ass bitch. That's what he looks like. His dialogue is terrible.
I know, Mother, you will love me.
That's all he says throughout this whole entire film. I mean, does he have a fucking hard-on for his mother or something? I don't know, but that's what it seems like. He's just a terrible villain. He has no backstory. I don't care for him. It's just god-awful. Just everything about it. The final act is terrible when Superman arrives. I'm sorry, what? Superman's beating this guy down and he just leaves? Piss off. This is just absolutely god-awful. It's a terrible film. And number 11, Justice League 2017. Suicide Squad comes in at number 10. Look, this is better than the previous film by a bit. It has some redeeming qualities, I'll give you that. Harley Quinn, Margot Robbie, absolutely fantastic in this film. She's fantastic as Harley Quinn all the time. But she is really, really good in this film. I think Will Smith as Deadshot is really good as well. He has that cool scene. But overall, it's just a mess of a film, isn't it? The actual story and plot is really bad. It's just fucking stupid. Makes no sense. The villains are bland, boring, garbage. Do not care for them at all. There's just so much to not like about this film. Like, there's just boring. It is boring. You'd think a Suicide Squad movie wouldn't be boring. This is boring in a lot of elements. If you don't have Will Smith and Harley Quinn interacting, then it's kind of dead and boring. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, well, what the fuck's going on? What is going on? Now, whether or not the AA cut is going to be better or not, I don't know. We're probably never going to get it, and I'm fine with that. Completely fine with it. It's just an absolute god-awful mess. Having the Joker pop in and out is just absolutely ridiculous. I don't personally like Jared Leto's Joker in this. I mean, you're either going to have him in it, or you don't have him at all. Don't have him come in and out, and it was just absolutely just a waste of time, and it took away from the film. If you want to explore the love relationship between Joker and Harley Quinn, do it in a separate movie, or just make Joker a full-time character in this. But they didn't, and they really botched this one. So number 10, Suicide Squad. Wonder Woman 84 comes in at number 9. Look, I was excited for this one. You get Pedro Pascal, Patty Jenkins returns. What could you not love about this film? This was going to be awesome. And I was so excited. I was like, yes, Wonder Woman 2, let's do it. I'm so excited. And then I walked out of the theater and I was just kind of like, right. That was shit, wasn't it? I mean, it's so bad. It is so bad. There is like Pedro Pascal as the villain was really good. I loved his story and his connection with his son and what he was trying to do. He had motive. He's a good villain. I absolutely love it. Cheetah, on the other hand, though, while I think it was performed well with what material was given, it was just a dead character, a dead villain. Cheetah was only there to have that final fight at the end. That's it. Otherwise, you don't need Cheetah throughout this film at all. Cheetah has no relevance to this story at all. She is completely useless. So why have her in there? Oh, just for the final fight. The CGI was absolutely god-awful as well, especially in that final fight as well. Just everything about it was bad. The Steve Trevor stuff was just made no sense whatsoever, and it was kind of disgusting as well. And then you kind of go into this whole flight scene where Wonder Woman learns how to fly, but she can't in Justice League. Breaks continuity, but hey, whatever. It doesn't bother me. I mean, cool, if you want to do that. But the way she learns to fly is so anticlimactic. It's absolutely god-awful. Steve Trevor just says a couple of lines about why he likes flying, and all of a sudden Wonder Woman knows how to do that. Wonder Woman knows how to make things invisible. Wow, fuck. That would have been great in the fucking first movie, wouldn't it? Would have been great in Justice League to be able to do that shit as well. But no, she didn't do that. It's just, I didn't like this film at all. So, yeah. Sorry. Number 9, Wonder Woman 84. Batman vs Superman comes in at number 8. Look, I used to hate this movie so much. It used to be right at the bottom, and it used to be my top 5 worst comic book films ever. I hated it that much. I've rewatched it now. I've rewatched the Ultimate Edition as well. And it's not as bad as I made it out to be. I'm going to be honest. It's not as bad as I made it out. While it's not as bad, it's still bad. It's still not great or good. I have a lot of problems with this. Look, first off, I love Ben Affleck's Batman. I think his Batman is good in this film. I have no problems with that. Superman, Henry Cavill, you all know, my favourite Superman. Absolutely love him. I thought he was good in this movie as well. However, Lex Luthor just didn't work for me at all. I think they miscast that. Doomsday, where do I even begin with that pile of shit? I mean, that was just awful. They ruined the death of Superman. I don't know what Zack Snyder was thinking when he was doing this movie, but you don't kill Superman in his second movie. I'm sorry, you don't kill him in the second movie into your universe. That's supposed to be an impactful storyline. That's supposed to be, bam, we're supposed to feel the repercussions of that later on in the universe. But no, we do it in the second one, and it's absolutely botched. It's terrible. It's absolutely god-awful. It's fucking trash. Story-wise, I think this was just absolutely all over the place. It's just all over. The Martha scene, it is what it is. I don't like it. I don't think it works. I think you could have done something a lot better with that moment where Bruce realizes he's becoming what he's trying to destroy. I think that would have been cooler. But yeah, this did feel like a setup for the next movie, and I just wish we got a better Batman vs Superman. This should have been $1 billion film. It's absolutely not very good in my opinion. So number 8, Batman vs Superman. Birds of Prey come in at number 7. This is the Harley Quinn movie, and this is where things start to turn for the DCEU. I actually enjoyed this film quite a lot. I thought Ewan McGregor's Black Mask was absolutely fantastic. I enjoyed his performance so much. He was scary because he was so unstable in the film. And when you got a character that is unstable like that and so unpredictable, it makes you really feel the presence of that character. And he did a fantastic job, I'm not going to lie. Harley Quinn is Harley Quinn. She's great. I loved her little arc she went on with the Joker breaking up and trying to be her own woman. I enjoyed that aspect as well. The action was quite good in this as well. I enjoyed it all. The only downfall that really hinders this film for me is the Birds of Prey themselves. They really talk this up as a Birds of Prey movie, but it's really a Harley Quinn movie featuring the Birds of Prey, because they're not really explored too much in this. I think if you made this just a Harley Quinn movie featuring them, then it works, but because it's called Birds of Prey, you're kind of lacking that element of them, and they don't really dive into their characters too much. But it is a badass movie. I enjoyed it. I thought it was great. Had a ball with it. So yeah, Birds of Prey comes in at number 7. Aquaman comes in at number 6. Look, I love Jason Momoa. I think he was perfect for this Aquaman role. He made Aquaman cool. I mean, how many people can say they made Aquaman cool? This guy was kind of the joke of the DCEU. No one really liked him, but now people love him because of Jason Momoa and what they did with this movie. I enjoyed this movie. I'm not going to lie. I absolutely had an absolute blast with it. It is fun. I thought Patrick Wilson was brilliant as Ocean Master. I really loved his character as well. I thought he was just... he had the motive. He had the... everything about him was just cool. I was gravitated to him. Amber Heard was great. William Dafoe is great in everything he does. I loved his connection with Arthur. I thought their connection was really key to this movie moving forward. I loved the horror elements that James Wan brought into this as well with the trench and that. That was really cool. It looks good. I have no problems with it. The story is great. It is a very generic story, but it works. It executed quite well. And that final battle I absolutely loved. And I mean, I'm not going to lie. I got a bit emotional when he started doing the move that William Dafoe's character taught him, and you could just see how proud he was when he was doing that and executing that against his brother. And I enjoy Aquaman. I'm not going to lie. I like to pop it on and just sit back, enjoy, watch it. It's a fun adventure movie. It's nothing great and it's nothing bad. It's good, it's fun, it's entertaining. It gives me what I want in an Aquaman movie. So yeah, number 6, Aquaman. Wonder Woman comes in at number 5. I adore this film. I think this film is great. These next films are a tier above Aquaman and Birds of Prey. These ones are another tier above. Wonder Woman is absolutely brilliant. I mean, the no man's land scene is just godly good. It's just so awesome. I'm sitting there watching that scene and I'm just like, bro, she is so fucking badass right now. Like, fuck yeah. This was so good. This was a big surprise. Patty Jenkins knocked this out of the park. Absolutely brilliant. I enjoyed her story, following Wonder Woman grow up and learn about the world. Steve Trevor, Chris Pine was absolutely brilliant as well. I loved his banter and the interaction he had with Wonder Woman. But it's all about that story of her discovering the outside world. And I loved that aspect. And realizing that she has these gifts, why can't she help man out? Help the world out. And that's what she does. I think Ares as a villain could be a lot better. But it is what it is. That final fight could have been better as well. That's where it really lacks. I think the final third really hurts this film. And it's all about that fight sequence and that. But before that, it is absolutely great. And I love this Wonder Woman. I could sit there and watch it all day. Absolutely love it. So number 5, Wonder Woman. Shazam comes in at number 4. I absolutely adore this film. These next two were so close. Shazam and number 3 were so close. I just couldn't... It was so hard to pick which one was going to go where. But Shazam is such a delightful film. Why do I like this film so much? It is because it is exactly what I would be like if I had superpowers at that age. It is exactly what I would do. I would do exactly that. Zachary Levi is absolutely outstanding as Shazam. I love him so much. It's funny, it's awful, and it has heart. With the whole foster care, the mother giving him up. I love that element of this film as well. It goes into those deep, meaning things while also still having that kind-hearted, fun feel to it. Mark Strong as the villain is absolutely superb as well. Love him as the villain. He has a character that I really like as well. He goes on his little arc as well, which is great. That's what you want in a superhero film. It's all about the villain as well. You need to master that villain to make these type of movies next level. If you have a bad villain, it's very hard for these movies to be, superhero movies and comic book movies, to be that top tier level. They nailed it in Shazam. I love it all. It was brilliant. It looked gorgeous. It's funny. It's awesome. Shazam is fun. So number 4 is Shazam. The Suicide Squad by James Gunn comes in at number 3. I have watched this twice now in theaters, and I absolutely love it. I'm not going to go into any spoilers just in case people are watching this and they haven't seen the Suicide Squad, so I'm not going to give out any spoilers, but I'm going to tell you right now, the characters, absolutely freaking incredible. I loved all these characters. I didn't know anything about majority of these characters, but now I love them. And that's kudos to James. Like, Polka Dot Man. Who would have thought to make a Suicide Squad with Polka Dot Man? But James does, and I love that character. He's so cool. He's so awesome. Peacemaker. Brilliant. Bloodsport. I absolutely love Idris Elba, and he was so good in that. Harley Quinn is great as well. Rick Flag, Captain Boomerang, Javelin, you name it, they're all great. It's a great story. It's funny, it's gory, it's awesome. King Shark is one of the most cute, adorable shark hybrid human people that I just absolutely adore in this film as well. It is just such a fun time. Like, this movie is what Suicide Squad should have been. And James Gunn delivers. I'm so glad Warner Brothers and DC gave him free reign to do what he wanted. He delivered. I love everything about this. I've seen it twice, and I'm going to see it a lot more. And it's, for me, number 3, The Suicide Squad. Justice League, the Snyder Cut, comes in at number 2. Look, I absolutely love this film so much. It's so much better than the 2017 one by a fucking long shot. This is so much better. I cannot stress how good this movie is compared to that one. But I absolutely love this. I thought what Zack did with Cyborg was fucking phenomenal. I love Cyborg in this movie. His character is so good. He's the heart and soul of this movie. And this is what we were missing. And we got it. The whole backstory showing his character, who he is, why he does what he does, is brilliant. Flash has his story as well told. It's so good. Batman goes through an arc as well, which I really like, and it elevates Ben's Batman so much for me. Wonder Woman doesn't have too much of an arc in this movie, but then again, we've got 2 movies with her now. Aquaman as well, we don't really dive into his character as much either. Superman is fucking brilliant in this. When he arrives against Steppenwolf at the end there, was just one of the most badass things I've ever seen. It's so good. The music is just top notch. Absolutely loved it. It's just awesome. It's so good. Steppenwolf is 1,000 times better in this movie. He looks fucking scary. He looks like a villain. He looks like he's gonna fucking come and beat the shit out of me if I don't give him what he wants. He looks fucking good. He has a character arc. He has a story. He has a reason, a motive to why he wants to do what he wants to do. And he doesn't just sit there and go, mother, mother. No, it's fucking awesome. Darkseid looks good. I loved that they used Darkseid the way they did. They didn't hinder the film with having Darkseid come in all the time. He was enough to just give us that little taste of more Darkseid. Now we want more Darkseid. It's absolutely great. I love this film so much. It's brilliant. Absolutely love it. So for me, number 2, Justice League, the Snyder Cut. Man of Steel comes in at number 1. If you guys have been watching me, you know how much I fucking adore this film. I'm sorry, but this film, to me, is the best comic book movie ever made. I think this is better than Dark Knight. Yep, I know people are going to be like, oh, Alex, why are you saying that? It's not that good. I don't give a fuck. I love this film so fucking much. It is the perfect adaptation of Superman to me. Henry Cavill is my favorite Superman, and this is why. This movie. General Zod is a freaking brilliant villain. Motive. He has a motive. He is so good, and he's so dangerous, and what makes him so good is he thinks he is the hero of the story. He is trying to rebuild Krypton, he is trying to save his people, and he's willing to do whatever it takes to make sure that happens. If it means he has to kill the human race and build Krypton on top of that, then he will do that, because he's the hero, he's the savior to his people. That makes for an intelligent and a fucking brilliant villain. Absolutely so good. Then you throw in Jonathan Kent. I love Jonathan Kent in this. As a father myself, I can relate to him so much. And I loved his reasoning behind what he was doing and the struggle he was going through. There is so much struggle that Jonathan goes through in this film to what is right and what is wrong and what is best for Clark, because he knows his son is so powerful that if he goes down the wrong path, the end of the world is there. But if he can somehow shape him and keep him away from that dark path, then we know we can save the world. He can be this godly figure that is looked upon with joy and happiness and being like just this awesome, brilliant person. And that's what Jonathan's struggling with. And they execute it so well. I love it. Clark as a character, I freaking love him as well. And his struggle that he goes through out as well. Being lonely, feeling like he doesn't belong. And then realizing that he has a duty to save the human race because he's seen the best and the worst of the human race. The score is fucking amazing as well. There are some great moments in this movie. I love this movie so much. For me, number 1, Man of Steel. So let me know in the comments below, what did you all think about my ranking? Let me know yours down below as well. Smash it down there. Let's get a discussion going. Look, we're not going to agree on it. That's just film. We're not going to agree on it. I know people aren't going to have Man of Steel number 1. They don't like it as much as I do. But hey, that's the beauty of film. So let me know in the comments below. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace out.